We're back.
We're back, baby.
Wow.
I'm back on Andy's pod. I love this. In his restaurant, it's just starting to get full here with lunch. Who's this guy?
Oh my God. Well, today we have a special one. We have a dear friend, David Garcia. David to me is the king of seafood in Miami. Has the best restaurants, seafood restaurants in Miami.
Is he a restaurateur or a model? Porque tipo está lindo. I've known him 30 years, like I say. David was always a lindo.
Good friends since we're 14 years old, give or take. And they always called him Ken back in the day because he does have the...
Look at that jawline, guys.
I'd say I'm a man with many names, though.
There you go.
you guys were inseparable in teenagers.
Yeah.
Some of them thought you guys were like a couple and shit. That's how tight you were.
Yeah.
So girls thought they got 2 for 1s.
But I remember you guys ran together all the fucking time.
Yeah.
My God. Yeah, no, we had a lot of great times and still the best of friends today.
Everybody looks the same too. I mean, less hair.
Less hair.
Yeah.
Those guys,
Less hair except Dave. Dave managed to keep all
Dave's
the hair.
got that Thor gene, motherfucker. But yeah, definitely the best seafood.
Best seafood. Listen, Dave's restaurants, La Camaronera, amazing. It's a very staple. Recently named one of the top 100 restaurants in the United States by the New York Times.
I think that was after our segment here that we got that accolade, wasn't it?
I think it was all because of
it. Was that. It wasn't Guy or anything like that.
It has nothing to
Nobody
do
else famous like that. A couple. I've been going there since I was 5 years old. And before we came on here, I was telling you that it used to be called Paraditos, like you stand up only. And since I was 5 or 6, I was, tall. Dave's tall, you're tall. I could always see over the counter, so I didn't need some little crates they had available and stuff like that. But now they have chairs.
Now we have chairs, and now we got women who would like to dine in with us. Before it was the most unorthodox place to go eat at, where people would scream out their orders, and fathers were not allowed to take their daughters there because it was just like a guy's place.
Because you get beer, but man, it's so much about our childhood, bro. I mean, how long has it been open?
We've been open since 73, so we're going on.
I was born in 77.
78 over
It's a long damn time.
1973. I mean, listen.
I wasn't even born.
From 1973 to today, you've obviously it's been a major transformation. It was a family business, from my understanding, and we're going to ask you a couple questions on that. But you recently won an award, or were recognized as one of the top 100 restaurants in the United States. I mean. Tell me what that means to you. I mean, it's hard to even have a restaurant, let alone be one of the top 100 in the United States.
I mean, they all matter. They all matter because somebody's talking about us. And, coming from where my father and his brothers came from, and where we are today, and be able to continue their legacy, it makes you appreciate everything they did for us. There's, all their hardships coming from Cuba. Being the New York Times was one definitely hit because you're like, man.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
You think?
But like I said, they all truly do matter, as much as every single customer that comes in, and it's, generations after generations, that those are rewarding. And to be able to continue that's my cousin and I are thrilled about it, especially in a year like this where we, everybody's kind of struggling, trying to figure it out again, and
trying to get a restart.
It hasn't been an easy year, man.
Hasn't been an easy year.
Stuff.
Me losing my father last year, my uncle passed away just 3 years ago. We lost.
That's 2 brothers because there's 5, right?
No, there's 10 brothers and 1 sister. So. We lost 4 of them in a span of 2.5 years.
Wow.
All of them, my father being the last one. If my father were alive today, he'd be like, hey, we're going to get through this. This is,
You've seen it all from 1972 to today. Come on.
So he's seen it all. We're just blessed to be able to still be in business. And honestly, we just strive to continue to give fresh seafood. It's simple, nothing. There's no frills to our business, really. It's just giving fresh seafood and being able to continue that, being around 50 years. I mean, I'm sometimes like, wow, it's crazy.
Shit, we've been around 50 years, 52.
50, yeah, we're going to be approach 52 June 3rd.
June 3rd will be 52.
We didn't even get to celebrate a 50-year anniversary because my father was sick. So it's kind of
tough.
Yeah, it was tough.
Who has the recipes? You got them now?
I got them all, man.
Damn, dog. Because it's not just making seafood. There's a couple little techniques that I've known through the years
It's simple, but it's
that are so they all live with you now, huh,
it's
dog?
like the little onions in la minuta. You know,
They got to be raw. You got to have ketchup.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What do you think that Camaronera does that sets you apart from everyone else? I mean, obviously, there's something, you said it's just simple seafood, but what is
Huge competition, though.
I mean, to be top 100.
Listen, it's not. We're blessed. We're blessed by our team. We're blessed even by our fishermen. You know, we've got guys that have been fishing for us.
You fish your own food.
We have guys that fish for us and fish for other restaurants too. But honestly, that's a key thing. Every single minuta sandwich that you have at a restaurant is from a fresh yellowtail.
Yeah,
it's not
yellowtail.
I have a question. How many people copied your minuta recipe?
Oh gosh,
and does that piss you off? Not that you invented fried fish, because you didn't invent fried fish, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Can you elaborate on that?
I had this conversation the other day where we've been featured in other people's menus, and they're saying
it's your picture.
No, it's paying homage to La Camaronera or our minuta sandwich.
Okay,
and
imitations of greatest form of
respect, or do they kind of say, "Hey, we're gonna do something"?
They don't call me to tell me. That's the part.
But do they mention you in the menu, or?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, that's cool. That's
But you know what? We could have actually even worked together on it. We could have done a
collab.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But it's okay. It's all, it's
so many people. I've tried other ones, and there's other places that I go, obviously, but they're not like that one. And they try to maybe stick the entire thing, and then it's just overwhelmingly like one bite destroyed. You guys have the perfect balance of like it's
the thickness,
the little tail still there. The pan cubano, bro. I mean,
you want to know the story about that minuta? Okay, so in Cuba, in Cárdenas, the street that we lived on, La Calle Sáez, my grandfather lived there. My uncles had a house, and we had one uncle who couldn't go out fishing because he would always get seasick.
Yeah,
and he ended up building a little kiosquito, a little fryer, a little stand where he would roll out from the garage from my grandparents, take it out, and literally put it on the middle of the median, and sell the black eyed pea fritters and minuta sandwiches.
I did not. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
How long have you known him? Imagine how good that sandwich must taste right off the shore of that in Cuba, because all of us are Cuban. That's people don't know that. That's the story. That's because everybody.
And it's the same. I'm assuming it's same
thing.
Where did the ketchup come from, bro? Let's be honest. When you think about that and you say ketchup, everybody always says, "Oh no," and then you try it, and it's like, who discovered that? Like, to put the ketchup on there, bro? Because you're right, it's like taboo, right? Fish and ketchup, but it works, bro. I've eaten 7 Dave at one time. I'm just saying,
ketchup on the raw onions.
That's what it is. That's Did you bring some today? Bro? You didn't bring any? Are they back there?
Yeah.
Damn, it's right, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? And I remember you doing a segment with Guy from Food Network, and when you put the ketchup on the show, I've seen it 1,000 times. It was like ketchup, and then you try it. It's like, oh my god, yes, ketchup, because even your batter's got some tricks to it, right? I know a little bit, Dave. I know a little bit. Go ahead, Ed.
No. Now I'm just wondering if we could do a collab here at John Martin's.
Hey, have you had the fried fish here? The fish and chips here is fire, dog.
Yeah.
Straight out.
Food here is fire.
Yeah. And why don't you order some fish and chips? The fish guy's here.
No, I'm not gonna put my fish against his fish. Bring out some ribs or some chicken wings.
Yeah, no, and I want to say, before we jump off the fish thing, the best fried fish in Miami for me, I've said it publicly. I've posted it. The best fried shrimp is the little shrimp that he also has a little secret to, and then
our fried shrimp will put it up against anybody.
Brother, you're absolutely right, because you also dip it in a pre-batter, right, or something like that. You don't have to give away the secret, but it is a wet batter, then transferred to
ketchup based. Look at that.
Heinz or Hunt's?
Oh man, don't give away too much, huh?
I'll just tell you that one's sweeter than the other, so we go with the one that's not sweet.
Fair enough.
Oh man, the little secrets. I didn't even know.
Hey, so what year was it that La Camaronera opened?
1973. We opened up as just a fish market, and my uncle was already on the river.
Got it.
We were bringing all the fish through the river to La Camaronera. Everything will get processed from La Camaronera. We would wholesale. we were doing they were doing phenomenal. And then my father's like, well, we have space. Why don't we just put a hood and we
sell some cook stuff.
So we opened up a kitchen in 1976, 3 years later.
Got it.
And it blew up. And we would open at 7:00 in the morning. They were there at night, through the night, filleting and processing.
Yeah, because you guys own the river. The Garcia brothers owned the river from Miami from the beginning.
We're always on the river.
I still see traps out there that are some years, I guess, tirado there.
Yeah.
But you guys were like the it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I could see that, just start a little fish shack. And
so at the restaurant, we just started doing the minuta sandwiches. My uncle Mario and and the black eyed peas, and we decided, like, you know what, we have the ingredients with, let's figure it out. And they came up with the fried shrimp recipe, which, again, I'll say is the best fried shrimp in town.
It is.
What separates us from everybody else too, it's Gulf Coast shrimp. It's not, it's not from Vietnam. It's not.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It makes a huge difference.
And your hush puppies, you guys make them with black eyed peas. Elaborate on that, because a lot of people don't know. Hush puppies are always served with seafood, but in this case, they have that Latin flair, and it's black eyed peas, which has a process, right? It's not just fry it.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. Still on the menu.
Pain in the ass.
Still on the menu.
It's still on the menu. Sometimes we take it off the menu.
Really, that's how it's labor intensive.
It's before we used to sell 10 cents a black eyed pea. You get 10 for $1.
Now they're $5.
Now they're like $4 for $5.
Yeah, but they're good because they go perfect with the fried food.
They're fire, man. They are. Then people, we haven't touched this, but you know what has been the hardest part of the business? I think being for such a long time and then having generations of people coming in is, I remember la carita was 10 cents. It was 10 for $1. Y la minuta 1.25.
Yeah,
y ahora me está cobrando casi 15 pesos. I'm like,
$2 for a minuta when we were in high school, or $1.99.
I think like maybe $2.50. But you know what? That'd be kind of like a throwback special you could have one day.
Yeah, go out of business, bro. Come on.
But maybe.
Can I just say I love the hat you're wearing, being that we're all alumni?
That's kind of why I wore it. I wore it because I wanted you to see it and tell me that.
But listen, when he had his son, I'm sure he was thinking he's going to Columbus, and he's like, finally, I'm going to go to Columbus.
Bro, I'm a saver. Bro, I got heat for that shit. We're recording, right? How could you take your kid to Columbus? I picked that. I go, Papi, what do you want? I went to somewhere, you get to Columbus or somewhere. What do you want? Or Berlin. I want Columbus. I gave it left up to him, bro. Huh? And I grew up with everybody in Columbus. You guys included.
Yeah.
But I got heat. From the principal now, who was my psychology teacher in 10th.
Really?
Yeah. Van Albers. All right, Dada, let's go. You ready?
And let me ask a question, Dave. Listen, fast forward to today. When did you realize that you wanted to step into your dad's footsteps and keep the business running? Because I remember growing up with you thought about different career paths. But at some point, I think something happened that you were like, man, it's...
Yeah, you didn't become a club owner. Why didn't you become a club owner? That's what you were doing.
We were tremendo cabezazo.
Really? Okay.
Man, my father never wanted me to get into the restaurant business. Never. He was, and truthfully, my father worked so hard to try to give us everything. My uncles included, obviously, for myself and my cousins, that he never wanted us to nobody wanted us to get into the restaurant business. Fortunately, thank God that myself and my cousin, out of 10 brothers and one sister, really, well, my cousins at Garcia's too, and I'll give a little loop to them, was the truth is I had a tremendo cabezazo that I did at in my 20s. And I ended up going to go work with my cousins at Garcia's. And that really, I learned a lot from my father.
So wait, for people to know, the Garcias on the river is your cousins.
My Garcias on the river is my cousins. My uncle and my father were partners in La Camaronera and Garcia. La Camaronera is Garcia Brothers.
Yeah.
And my uncle is one of the brothers, one of the founding brothers. My father, my uncle Esteban, and my uncle Juan.
Which are on the wall at La Camaronera, correct?
Are on the wall.
Yeah.
And my cousin went to hospitality school, and my uncle wanted to separate, and where Garcia's is at was a gas station.
I remember.
Was a gas station that in the front had a little store, and my other cousin had a
seafood.
No, had a gun shop.
Oh, there you go.
Typical Cuban shit.
Yeah.
It was the 80s back then, no?
One spot.
No. That was
one-stop shop.
So, anyways, I ended up going to work with my cousins. My uncle was ill. My uncle was my godfather as well. And, you know, I learned a lot. My father, you know, it got so that I gave myself, really, my father didn't want to give me a job. Didn't want me, you know. And I proved to him, I proved to my family, I proved to everybody that, you know, at Garcia, you know, it's not what you did, it's what you learned from that mistake to move forward.
Amen.
And
you were the guy that know.
Yeah. Awakening.
That's man. You get
I see him.
You get knocked down, you get back up.
He's behind working it. He just not the he's grinding too. So I mean, that's good. That's good.
So my dad basically was, you know, my father was what, 73, 70? Yeah, no, he was like almost 70. And listen, my cousin was there, but that place was just like they were all their 7. My father was the youngest one. The next one, 74, 78, 82. And, man, shit, I remember.
You stepped up.
I stepped in, but I remember my cousin tell me, he's like, wait, man, are you ready for this, bro?
Yeah.
When he's like, I'm like, why? He's like, I was like, dude, I think like I'm running fucking amazing. I think I'm gonna crush it. Ballpark.
Yeah.
I think I'm, you know, there's a lot of things I didn't know because everybody says to you, hey, why don't you have a dozen, you know, camaroneras? Why don't you do fried shrimp? Why don't you sling some fucking minutas? He's like, yeah, because it's not chicken. You're not, you know, it's not chicken and you're not farming it. You know, it's people are out there fishing every day. Like literally, my guys called me this morning. He's like, hey, listen, I didn't catch a lot of ones, man. So my minuta sandwiches, literally, you go to
sometimes I've gone sometimes and there's no minuta.
Yeah,
I don't have them. So but that's what
you want, bro. Freshness. You feel pressure sometimes of having that whole empire on your shoulders, no?
No.
And to continue the legacy and all that shit?
No, at all.
Because now you can just do it on your like past.
No, man. It's every day is just being able to continue their legacy, dude. And hopefully you know, I don't want my kids to get in it.
I know the feeling.
But I hope, you know, I hope that they could continue it amongst them.
I think they'll be all right if they continue how you doing it.
So.
You know, they'd be doing the community a service.
For sure. Let's hit Dave up with some good questions. You got some stuff like
okay, listen, Guy Fieri visited you, Triple D.
Yes.
You made it on Triple D.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Triple D, man. That was a big one. I remember that episode. I was so proud. I'm like, that's my boy.
I did.
He's on Triple D.
That's the level. Man, that's the next level.
Was that a catalyst? Like, what? I think we were seeing things change a little bit after that.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
I remember him. I didn't even, you know, social media had just kind of come out, and he's like, man, you got to get Facebook, and you got to capitalize off this. And I was like, yeah, for sure, yeah. We didn't have a website. We didn't have a website, and I just started working with my dad like 2 years before, and he's like, listen, this is all going to change. You're going to have lines coming out. I was like, this guy's full of shit. Fucking lines coming.
Yeah, right,
dude. And I had to look on Food Network to see when that show was going to come out because prepara the next day, you're going to get slammed. And that's how it was. Literally, there was a line outside. And it was amazing. You'll see.
How long did they last, the lines?
How long did they last?
Yeah, like how long was it hot?
Dude, I mean, it was.
Or it just stayed out.
After you came out, all the reruns. And we were, I don't know what happened, but our reruns, we had a shitload of
Miami was hot, so they kept putting Miami, and then of course,
and we live in Miami, so everybody comes to Miami. You know?
So you're getting a lot of tourists now because of it.
We've gotten a lot of tourists, and that's why we expanded. We added tables and chairs. I mean, it was
they showed up.
I mean, a fucking restaurant, a restaurant with tables and chairs. God, who would have thought?
But you did. You also had a COVID tent. I remember.
That
tent's still there. Huh? You never took it down.
You have your ups and your downs. You know, we had 2015. We had a construction on Flagler for 3 years.
Nightmare. Remember?
night.
I hate when that
Dust
happens.
storms.
Like, you know, like,
Dust
I really thought, I was like, man, they're just trying to get everybody out of business. They want to bring property values down and they want to start developing. What the fuck is going on here? 3.5 years.
I remember.
We went through that. Then we had COVID and, you know, we were cash only.
But the tent helped, bro.
Exactly.
Because I remember sweating balls eating under that tent.
You know, that was the best part with my dad and his brother. He's like, so what's going to happen now? And I'm like, what do you mean, Dad? Like, that's it. You know, it's we're no longer cash. He's like, sí, pero las tallitas, you know, se. I mean, game over, dude.
The break me off on the side cash.
Game over, dude.
No more brown bag. Damn.
No more brown bags, Dad. But by the way, that was a blessing. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get shit. Sima
Takes off.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Old school shit. Where's the brown bag with cash?
So Guy Fieri, major hit.
Guy Fieri was, and you know what? It was not the Guy Fieri. Then it was the cooking channel. It was the travel channel. Then it was Food Network, UK, Food Network, a show in Japan. I was interviewing with somebody. I didn't understand what the heck they were telling me. Wow. So I was like,
you've had everybody walk through there. Top 3 people that may have walked through there that like, oh, I can't believe this person's here.
Queen Latifah was one of them. I was like, there she is in the corner eating a fried shrimp. And she's like, I came. She wasn't through Guy. It wasn't even through Guy. Unfortunately, I had.
Unfortunately, let's see who's coming up now.
P. Diddy. And P. Diddy and his fucking entourage.
Whatever, bro. Say what you want about P. Diddy. That's still cool right there.
I mean, listen, we knew that we had to deal with P. Diddy back in the day. That guy was a scumbag. Yeah. I was like, we knew he was a scumbag. We knew he was a scumbag. Yeah. That guy was shit.
Yeah.
Kind of. Who else? But who else is somebody else that you can recognize? Or that was kind of like any actors, any movie actors?
Andy Garcia is like, Andy's the boss. He's that's it, Padrino, man. That guy's all, you know,
that's a good one.
He's a great, you know, he's a customer and a friend. I would say, cool. Yeah, having Andy is huge. Look, you know, locally, Michelle Bernstein has always
all the chefs come by.
Yeah, a lot of chefs.
Man,
but Michelle, I would say, is that one person that is always supportive of us.
She's one of the founders of South Florida Cuisine as well. Michi's back in the day.
Yeah, Michi's. Now she's coming here in the Gables with Senora Martinez.
Back.
Yeah.
Her and Dave are both two
great people.
Great people, yeah.
They're great people. Yeah. Well, I mean, like Camaronera, obviously massive success. Then you got into something else. Right, you got the bright idea to expand and get into another seafood restaurant, Captain Jim's.
Yeah,
talk to us about Captain Jim's. A, what was it? Because it was around before you bought it, and B, what was so special about it, and why'd you get into it?
And why North Miami?
Listen, I'm not complaining because I lived in North Miami for some time, and it was my go-to spot. Thank God.
Yeah, Captain Jim's. Here, funny story. I had somebody coming in to apply, look for work, and she's like, "I work at Captain Jim's," and I'm like, "Okay, well, why are you leaving Captain Jim's? The place is a fucking landmark."
Yeah,
you know. She's like, "Oh, business is not good. You know, they got divorced. Somebody else took it over." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." She's like, I said, "But it's for sale." I'm like, "For sale?
Yeah,
really?" Like, yeah, I know the owner very well. Really? Like, yeah, but you know the owner well, you want to leave, you're looking for a job. I don't understand. You got fired. What's going on? The lady tells me, no, I'm going to have him call you. I was like, have him call me. And I talked to the guy. He's like, yeah, come over here. Dude, you know where I thought I was dealing with? I was dealing with Captain's Tavern because I really wanted Captain's Tavern.
Oh, my God.
That's what I wanted. And I drive to Captain's Tavern. I was like, hey, I'm outside.
U.S. one.
And he's like, what do you mean you're outside? I was like, yeah, man, I'm at their front door. He's like, it's on West Dixie Highway. I'm like,
surprise!
Other side of the world.
Yeah,
like, man.
A little bit of traffic on 95 on that one.
But come on here, you're the perfect person for this business. I'm like, the guy's trying to sell me. I was like, listen, buddy, I'm not going to drive an hour over there right now. I'm so sorry, man. And the guy's calling me for like, no joke, a week straight. But then I started
knowing that you already own one, right? Is kind of the deal.
And
so he sent the guy in there as an employee, as a mole, so that he could get the.
well, I don't know if that was his intention or not. Maybe that's what it was. And my fisherman also used to fish for Jim back in the day. And dude, I figured, I was like, you know what? It's an off the beaten path, and catered to the neighborhood, not really that neighborhood, to the surrounding neighborhood.
It's not competition. It's
not competition.
A lot of the dense neighborhood of homes around that area.
Economies of scale.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, why didn't you switch it to like Camaronera? I was like, it's like, I don't have an ego. Well, I'll Captain Jim's it is,
Sure. It's got some history to it.
It's been around since 1996. Yeah. And it's been going, ups and downs. We had, when I took it over, I had to shut it down, remodel a bunch of stuff that was going on. And COVID,
you did a great job with that.
So,
and what's different on Captains from La Camaronera? Anything that you don't have that you do have on this one?
That I don't, well, the menu's completely different.
Right.
But I do have a Captain's tail sandwich, the tail, that pays homage to La Camaronera. Yeah. And that by far is the best fish sandwich. If anybody out there can try to copy, but I copy myself the best.
Yeah. and they both have their markets, right? So you can only eat it, but you can also take home.
Right. We do a lot of stone crabs out of that one. I do a lot of stone crabs at Captain Jim's, and we're considered, I think, top 50 in Miami, as top 50 restaurants in Miami. So I have
that's great.
Both Captain Jim's and La Camaronera in there.
Well, the seafood dawn.
Yeah,
that's good. Congratulations, Dave. That's amazing.
Dude, what's the hardest part about running a seafood restaurant? Because let me tell you, I tried it. We had one. I had a great one with Jose Mendin in Fort Lauderdale. It worked out okay. We ended up closing that in
Riverside, right?
Rivertail.
I've been there.
But it was different. It was, I think, sourcing and stuff like that was never. It was just very difficult in Fort Lauderdale for us. And there's a lot of great seafood restaurants over there, but seafood restaurants are difficult. And I learned it was super hard. I mean, what do you think what makes it so tough? The seafood, man.
I mean, exactly what you can't just go get fish anywhere. It's and you have to go. For us, it's been, first of all, the supply is not the same as it used to be. My father was a fisherman from Cuba, and he would tell me stories about fishing here and how much fish they would catch just off our coast, and you don't catch anymore here.
Shit left in Miami.
I hear from my guys that literally my guys fish, their boats are in the Keys, and they'll either fish the Atlantic or the Gulf.
Yeah.
And my dude, those guys are
it's a haul, bro.
Man, these guys are amazing.
And they got to bring the boats back into Miami.
And then they drive it up. Yes.
Well, so they get the docks and then
they're burning.
No, but I'm sure they take it to the docks and the Keys and then they drive it in their cars.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. That's what they do. But it's
that's a haul.
And man, it's a product that you get it fresh, but you got to, depending on how you want to work it, you got to move it in 3 to 5 days.
You're stuck with it. Yeah.
So, and that's part of that separates us from a lot of people is that, we get all this fish fresh and we try to move it, fast.
You got to move it fast.
And opening up Captain Jim's has helped us too in terms of moving product. But look, man, every day gets, there's a couple weeks ago, I ran out of fish. I literally ran out of yellowtail.
Jesus.
What do you do in those cases?
I don't have yellowtail. I could buy an import, and
there's accentuate the other stuff,
and then or sometimes you buy an import, but then there's an issue with a storm in the Gulf in Mexico, and then I can't even get from Mexico. And then I'm not there. I'm not those vendors' number one guy because I don't buy imported fish.
A lot of snappers coming in from Venezuela now and stuff like that
from everywhere
because they can't.
Well, kill this now.
Yeah, I know it's now a little bit.
Plug
a little bit.
Hey man, is there any restaurant trends you see here today that you like, or any that annoy you? Restaurant or hospitality trends that you like or annoy you?
A part I think that annoys a little bit sometimes is, the marketing aspect of what we got to deal with in terms of, I love social media, the social media platform.
Here it comes, Emmy.
Oh, there you go.
Here it goes.
It
comes,
Se van a cagar la madre de los influencers.
Go ahead, Dave. Answer the question.
Do they have a title? Is it?
No, listen, I mean,
Answer the question, Dave.
yeah, man.
Listen, man. There's nothing more that I do like people coming into our restaurant, to experience what we have and to
Talk about it on other platforms.
but to talk about our platform. And listen, these people have to make money some way. I totally understand it.
Do you pay social influencers to come to your restaurant?
No, and I refuse.
Why not?
Because I can't see. Then what is the point? Are they giving an honest opinion?
Fair enough.
Are they going to give an honest opinion? Because I'm paying them.
Free food?
So yeah, but
Have you in the past?
I don't mind somebody who's somebody who's got some kind of
Clout?
right to give them a free food, but
I have to be honest. I've never paid at David's restaurant.
I have to be.
but you're a friend.
But we're friends.
We're friends.
But how do you feel about that? Have you?
And you're somebody who is always
Charles,
supports me.
have you in the past? Would you ever consider it? And if you ever were, what do you think would be fair, hypothetically?
What pay?
To post or like to have somebody come experience your stuff, maybe help you out a little bit, marketing, and they would charge you if you ever were to. What would you think would be something reasonable? What do you think would be?
I don't think I could.
I know you get all of it. I know you get those emails, right?
He said, look, but if you're him, the guy has Guy Fieri coming in for free.
I know,
And that guy moves,
you gotta stay relevant.
mountains.
You gotta stay relevant.
They work social media. I've seen.
Yeah,
I work social
he's great
media.
on camera. That's why he's here.
I've seen exactly. So
Cuban Ken.
maybe maybe it doesn't apply to you so much, but what do you think?
He knows many other names. Thank God he's just going with the camera.
We're trying to evolve to hear everybody. But have you had experience with that? And have you had influencers come into your restaurant? And what is the trade? Have you been just like free food, or do they give you the pitch?
They don't really reach out through social media, and honestly, but the person who runs my social media tells me, and we'll just take care of them.
That's great.
But I don't like I don't believe that paying for. Here's the thing, I've got something that's established,
Right.
and
Yeah, it's a little different for you.
A
little different. For you. Absolutely.
But I do think it's unfortunately, that it's another avenue that we, especially on tours, or
I think it works.
we have to use it. We got to use it.
Especially people with multiple restaurants. I think it's got its good and bads, but like you said, I think being established already, you don't need it so much. And homie does pretty good on camera. I mean,
He's great.
A couple times, so he's maybe his own social media guy. Yeah, that's a good question.
Dave, two more questions for you. Well, one's like a 3-part question. All right.
Wow.
If you're
Wow.
Jesus. Stages.
let's talk about alcohol for a second. You had a long day and you need a drink. What's your go-to drink?
Yeah, I think I'm the wrong person for that question.
Answer it honestly, bro.
I don't drink, man.
You really don't drink?
I don't drink, man. I'll drink socially every once in a blue moon.
Okay, so if you're out with your boys and you're watching a game?
If I'm watching a football, I'm having a beer.
All right, cool. What's your beer?
Any beer.
Any beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably light.
Something light?
I probably really light, so I
Keep
can
the
have more of them.
jawline. so you can have more of them.
But if I have a drink, I'll probably just have a vodka club soda.
Vodka soda.
That's it, man.
Vodka soda. So if you're out celebrating and it's like, yeah, peak night, song drops, what's your go-to drink then?
Probably a club soda with vodka, man.
Okay.
Really?
Vodka soda. Vodka soda
Just to piggyback off his question, what's your favorite item in both your restaurants that you like? Say, this is probably either my best item that I had the most pride in or my actual favorite one to eat. Can I tell you mine real quick?
You can.
Okay, number one. No, I'm going to go number three. Number three, whole fried lobster with the chunks.
Yeah, that's great.
Presentation is key on that one. Number two, the shrimp. Best shrimp in Miami. But by far,
Yeah.
I've said it. I don't get paid. I think I should send you an invoice when I say it. And
Come on, you can't start sending me invoices.
Really?
The Banco Minuto, I don't give 10s off because I believe 10's perfection. That's as close as like 9.9, perfect. The way it's done, Banco Minuto for me.
I have a top 3 for Dave's place.
Go for it. We want to hear it.
My number one was
No, you got to go three.
the large. No, I start with number one.
Okay.
Mine are all time. Let's just say they're all time. They're all time.
He doesn't know. He
Mine are
likes
all
all
time. Growing up, going over there, I was a big boy. I always wanted the large grouper fillet.
Okay.
Like he has just a large fillet, a fucking grouper.
For sure.
with onions on top.
Okay.
Magnificent. Number 2, minuta. Number 3, the shrimp.
The shrimp.
The fried shrimp.
Emmy had to give you 3 because this savage
Yes. I used to go
order
those
like
3 things.
4 plates at a place.
Those 3 things. Those 3 things.
Do you remember the most you've ever eaten?
Yes. Yes. At Denny's.
At Denny's, bro. It's got 8,
It's
9.
like a braised grouper fillet, right?
Yeah. What?
It's like a braised grouper fillet,
No.
like in sauce.
No, it was fried.
It was
like
fried.
the same way he makes a minuta, but a fucking fillet like this.
Yeah, it was
Like massive.
Is it better than the matacumbe from the fish house in Key Largo?
Yes.
I don't go eat in many seafood restaurants.
Come on. Ever been to the fish house?
I have.
You know what I'm talking about? The matacumbe that comes in that
Matacumbe is the one with the
sauce.
red sauce on top, right? Yeah, it's good.
You know, you lie.
I've had it.
You know. Okay, so
very good.
What's your either favorite dish that you're proud of or that you love to eat from both your restaurants? Could be either or.
Fish that I'm proud of.
Yeah, whatever creation you're proud of or the one that you love to eat the most. Either or.
I love that fried lobster, man.
Fried lobster.
Fried lobster.
I think it's such a
There's nothing better than a fried hogfish, big, nice, fresh.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What is
It's going to cost you $80.
Hogfish. Yeah, because somebody actually had a spirit.
No, I know. I shied away from it. But it's $90.
Yeah, so somebody actually had a spirit because nobody caught that shit. Like,
And last
hook
restaurant
line.
question. I know it's Emmy's pop, but I want
No. Go for it.
top 3 restaurants for Dave that you love to go to, need to go to, get an urge to go to, or want to, or like when you go have a celebration, that's where you go to. Start from 3 up.
Well, you just jacked your question.
No, but that's the
Dude,
thing.
every
That's the
day
quick
Miami gets harder with that. With that
Whatever.
question,
You got to give it to me raw and uncut. Top 3, start from the bottom up.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna break it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I'm a big breakfast guy.
Me too. Solid. Okay, go ahead.
All right, breakfast. I love Bashore.
Antonio Bashore?
Let me tell you, it's
Tony, look at this Puerto Rican poppy, bro.
He knows.
Yeah, because he does desserts, but he does crazy brunch and breakfast.
yes.
Love it.
All right. Okay. Lunch.
All right.
Those pastries are amazing.
Oh my God. That's why we're
Lunch. Damn, Kaiser, I'm making it easy.
This is the good questions. You go there. Think about the ones you go to. I gotta go. You take your kids. The one that keeps popping up in your
You
head.
know what the thing is that the ones you take with the kids are the ones that you have to gear the menu for them, so it's not
Okay, well, no, I get like I told you, I get the pan con minuto scratch at the crib. I live in Palmetto Bay. I drive to where you're at. Okay, I have to have it, right? So that's kind of what I'm asking you. Like you gotta have it, you know, like the chicken wings at John Martin's. You gotta have them.
That's the plug right there.
Nice.
That was the plug right there.
I've said it.
Yeah, the grilled wings at
Gotta
John
have
Martin's
John
are
Martin's.
insane. Best wings in Miami,
Come on, Dave. Come on,
hands down.
give me some, dog.
All right, I'm gonna go dinner because I still can't figure
Okay, skip it. We'll come back to lunch.
out. Dinner.
He skips
I
it.
love Coke.
Coat. Oh,
Simon, you know Simon, the owner of Coat. Solid pick, dog. Korean steak.
That's a good one.
I think it's phenomenal.
what do you like about it?
Experience. I love the experience.
Oh, sure. The experience is top
I
notch.
think the service is phenomenal.
For sure.
And the food is just solid.
All right, back to lunch. Come on,
Back to lunch.
come on, Bobby. Give me some.
Dude, I have to say a burger place. That's where I'm at.
That's what you want to say in your heart. Say it.
Burger place. But then there's many burgers.
There you
A
go.
lot of burgers.
Well, you can tell there's only big fat people on this thing. Oh my
I'm no
God.
longer fat.
No, you know what I mean. Big guys. I'm the fat guy. Burger place. This is going to be.
100 pounds.
I know, but still.
Best burger.
These
Dude, I had it the other day and it was just amazing. Cowie.
Cowie.
The Cowie burger is good.
Influenced by influencers, or you actually went?
I actually just went. Listen, they
I
had to
just
win
got
an
voted
award.
number 1. Cowie Burger.
And yesterday they had buy one get ones on Uber Eats.
Cowie Burger. Shout out to
Cowie
Cowie Burger.
Burgers.
Please send us some
Dude,
burgers.
That burger is fire.
Well, I haven't had it yet, but I've heard crazy good stuff about it.
It was fire.
Those are Dave's thoughts.
There you go.
That's amazing. Dave, last question. Any life lessons you want to share with our listeners?
Huh.
About being a business owner, a single dad, a great person, somebody that I admire.
Balancing kids and work,
Bro,
life, being good,
that is
making your parents proud, all the good things.
man. I think the best is learning from learning from a mistake and just turn the page and move on. You just gotta move on. I think.
Yeah, people make mistakes.
I know you've been through some tough times in the last couple of years and shit, but I'm proud of you, bro, and you definitely got through it, and I wish you all the luck in the world. You're a brother, and it doesn't matter that you're better looking than me and him, but we still love you.
All right, Dave. Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I love it.
I didn't know I was gonna have a cameo surprise.
No, he makes it better.
Tony, I'm sorry, bro, but you know what?
And Tony showing up late. He's too cool.
No, he overslept. He overslept.
No shit.
So I works out at 5 and it's fucking late.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Take care, man.